Dear student, today in chapter some basic concept of chemistry. Today we will discuss stoichiometry of the reaction. What is the stoichiometry of reaction? It is the measurement. It is the measurement of reacted and produce quantities in a balanced chemical equation. It is the measurement of reactant, that means reactant, and produce, that is product, quantity means numbers in a balanced chemical equation. Here our main things, important things is that always for the calculation of stoichiometry, always use balanced chemical equation. Dear student, for the calculation of stoichiometry or any calculation in stoichiometry, the main responsibility is first you write a balanced chemical equation. For example, here given a balanced chemical equation. In this equation, nitrogen react with hydrogen gas and produce ammonia gas. Yes, in this equation, here the numbers are represented. These numbers is known as stoichiometric coefficient. Stoichiometric coefficient. Here the number 1. So stoichiometric coefficient 1. Here 3. So stoichiometric coefficient is 3. Here written 2. That means stoichiometric coefficient is 2. Here stoichiometric coefficient 1:3:2. Okay, for this equation. Dear student, this stoichiometric coefficient represent the moles. The stoichiometric coefficient for nitrogen 1, so the mole of nitrogen 1. Stoichiometric coefficient of hydrogen 2, so the moles of nitrogen. Stoichiometric coefficient of hydrogen 3, so the moles also 3. Stoichiometric coefficient of ammonia 2, so the moles also. Dear student, for the calculating number of molecule, you know that number of molecule equal to mole into Na, means Avogadro number. So the number of molecule represented number of mole into Na, number of mole 3 into Na, number of mole 2 into Na. Dear student, if in a questions gases are given like this, nitrogen, hydrogen, ammonia, all of gas, for only for gas, volume equal to mole into 22.4 liter. Okay, so right here 1 mole, so 1 into 22.4 liter. Here 3 mole, so right here 3 into 22.4 liter. 2 moles, so right here 2 into 22.4 liter. Dear student, if you observe here, then you understand that molecules and volume are similar to stoichiometric coefficient. Here stoichiometric coefficient 1, so moles 1, molecule 1 and volumes 1. Number of stoichiometric coefficient here 3, so mole 3, molecule 3 and volume also 3. Here stoichiometric coefficient 2, so moles 2, 2 molecules, 2 volumes. Okay. Dear students, but the mass are not similar to the stoichiometric coefficient. So because the mass of nitrogen 28, mass of hydrogen here 6, mass of ammonia 34. Dear student, mass are not similar to stoichiometric coefficient. So for the calculating any question, if mass are given, then you firstly calculate the moles, because the mass not included in stoichiometric coefficient. Okay, dear student, the conclusion is volume of gases, moles and numbers of molecules are always in the same ratio as that of the corresponding stoichiometric coefficient. Dear student, mass moles, volume and number of molecule are similar to stoichiometric coefficient, but this is not so. This is not so for masses. लेकिन मास में ऐसा नहीं होता. मोल्स, वॉल्यूम, नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल, ये सब स्टोइकोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट में इंक्लूड होते हैं, इसके सिमिलर होते हैं, लेकिन मास नहीं होता. इसलिए मास को क्या करते हैं हम लोग हमेशा मोल में कन्वर्ट करके ही रखते हैं, सॉल्व करते हैं क्वेश्चन. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल अ क्वेश्चन गिवन हियर, how much mass oxygen is required for 3 gram aluminum in the following reaction. Dear student, the equation is 2Al plus 3 by 2 O2 and finally obtained aluminium oxide Al2O3. As you know that always use a balance equation. First you check the equation are balanced or not. After that solve the questions. The student, this equation are already balanced. So we solve the question. Dear student, here stoichiometric coefficient, here 2, so write here 2, here 3 by 2 stoichiometric coefficient. Here discussion only for, देखिए यहाँ डिस्कशन केवल किसके लिए हो रहा है, हाउ मच मास ऑफ ऑक्सीजन रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एल्यूमिनियम, ओनली डिस्कशन फॉर एल्यूमिनियम एंड ऑक्सीजन, सो रिप्रेजेंट ओनली एल्यूमिनियम एंड ऑक्सीजन. ओके, here stoichiometric coefficient aluminum 2 and stoichiometric coefficient of oxygen 3 by 2. Okay student, dear student, in question 3 gram of aluminum given. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि कभी भी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, मोल मास होता है वो स्टोइकोमेट्री में नहीं आता, तो इसलिए पहले क्या करेंगे, इसका मोल कैलकुलेट करेंगे. हियर 3 ग्राम ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम, सो द मोल ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम, मोल इक्वल टू given mass 1 molar mass. The given mass given here 3 gram in question of aluminum, and you know that atomic mass of aluminum is 27. So put here 27, 3 1 is 3, 3 9 is 27. The value of mole aluminum is 1 by 9 in this question. It means number of mole of aluminum given in the question is 1 by 9. Now solve. Dear student, according to this equation, 2 moles of aluminum, 2 molar for 2 mole of aluminum, 3 by 2 moles of oxygen is required. Normally, by applying unitary method, for 1 mole, okay, for 1 mole of aluminum, 2 mole of aluminum required 3 by 2 mole of oxygen. For 1 mole of aluminum, when you transfer this from this side, right side, you obtain 3 by 4. 3 by 4 mole of oxygen is required. Okay, student. Now, you know that 1 mole of aluminum, for 1 mole of aluminum, 3 by 4 mole of oxygen required. Therefore, for 1 by 9 moles of, 1 by 9 mole means 3 gram of, 1 by 9 moles of aluminum required oxygen is 3 by 4 multiplied 1 by 9 moles of oxygen. Finally, after the calculation, we obtain 1 by 12 mole of oxygen. Now, finally, we obtain the mass, the moles of oxygen required. But in questions ask mass of oxygen required. Dear student, mass equal to mole into molar mass. Molar mass. Dear student, you know that you obtain here the moles of oxygen 1 by 12. So put here 1 by 12, 1 by 12. And molar mass of oxygen is 32. Molar mass of oxygen is 32. So calculate here. 4 3s are 12, 4 8s are 30, and the value is 1 by 8 by 3. Okay, student, 8 by 3 gram of oxygen required for 3 gram of aluminium. Okay, 3 of aluminium react with 8 by 3 gram of oxygen. Dear student, you solve other questions which are given in your NCERT book. Okay, and NCERT textbook and NCERT exam. And write down in your notebook. Thank you very much.